This incredible occurrence of mine occurred around the middle of the first year I began smoking weed. I was still relatively new to the experience and had only gotten legitimately blazed one time before. I decided to drop by my friend's house to get just a little high. Of course, I brought along a little of my own weed, it's just courtesy, but I also knew he had his own little stash, I just didn't know he was growing in his closet. Well, we rolled most of mine into blunts, and spent ½ an hour on them. As I mentioned, I was relatively new to the experience and everything was new to me. He put on some Bob Marley and dimmed the lights. I leaned my head back on the couch and closed my eyes. It felt almost as if I was on a roller coaster, but it was moving along with the speed of the song. My feet felt as if they didn't touch the ground and I sat there for what seemed like hours. My friend woke me from my dream-like state and said something along the lines of, "You gonna hit it, man?" I opened my eyes and he presented me with a blue-tinted glass bong and a well-packed bowl. It seems I was only sitting there for several minutes while he packed a bowl into this instrument that was thoroughly foreign to me. Well, I said he could hit it again, to give me a second because I didn't even know how to use it. I stared as he hit the bong and the smoke traveled up the odd contraption. I thought I had it down, and so I decided to brave a hit. I hit it and kept waiting for my throat to burn as a sigil to slow down. But even as I cleared the carb it was a beautiful flow that felt almost as clean as oxygen as it passed into my throat. "Hey guy, slow down on that," I heard from somewhere around me. I passed it to my friend. I couldn't understand what he said after that. I listened to the beat of the music and leaned back again. I returned almost instantly to the roller coaster type world and that levitation feeling returned in my feet and eventually captivated my entire body. "Holy Christ," I muttered aloud. Unaware I was talking. The sound of my own voice was amazing to me and I began mumbling. I forgot that my friend was even in the room with me. "Guy, take another hit on this, then I'll pack again," he said. I took hold of the bong and exhaled all of the air in my lungs. Then I flicked the lighter and intook all the smoke I could. I coughed suddenly, and my throat began to burn. One after another the coughs exploded from inside the innermost core of my body. I began to lose track of everything around me and my world span. The roller coaster world was now surrounding me, and I could feel every move of it in conjunction with the real world. It stopped suddenly, and I realized it had only lasted a few seconds. I felt amazing, like I could do anything. He said I could clear it, so with pleasure I did just that. I got the cool air feeling again, and wondered what went wrong last time. To this day I still do not know. I passed the bong and gazed at the curling smoke. I looked beyond it, to a world where everything was made of the smoke and I was part of it. I was floating with it, and then he passed it to me again. This went on for what seemed like all night but in reality was only about an hour and a half. When he was fresh out of bud, I do not know. I just know that eventually the bong stopped coming to me and I fell into this amazing trance where it seemed as though the music was a part of me and it was swirling around me and I could have never felt better in my whole life. From there the effects gradually decreased, my roller coaster stopped and I eventually returned to my normal state of consciousness. To this day I doubt I've ever reached a high so full as that, and I can hardly wait till the day it is upon me again.